Testing. Hello, hello. Testing. Hello, hello. Alright, it works. Cool. Well, I have done an art stream in many months. Hello, people. For those who follow me on my art channel here, my Nemo art channel. Thank you for stopping by and looking at my videos. Sorry, I'm eating dinner right now. I'm having a Coke. Really good, see? I'll show you. There's a little lag there. It's one of the mini Cokes. It's the 8 ounce. They're so good. But I'm not here to tell you about my food or drink. This is my first drawing. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Of 2025. I haven't been streaming any artwork. So I've been streaming games, but I've kind of given up on games. I'm not really good at them anyways. My talent lies with art. And so this is my first drawing of 2025. Fortunately, it's got a hole right here. My daughter ripped it on accident. But this is an armadillo. A dire armadillo. I always wanted to make an armadillo creature. So yes, I made this guy jumping towards something or somebody. And I really had fun with this, especially doing the shadow work here. I mean, I love doing shadow work and shading. But even though my years of drawing and experience, I'm always learning new things. And with this drawing, I left things really light in the back to show like movement, right? He's jumping. So the tail is really lightly shaded. And sort of the spikes in his back. And here's lightly shaded to make him look like he's flying, right? If I were to render this fully rendered, he would look really heavy, and it wouldn't look right. And I rendered the important part, which is the head, right here. This is the main focal point. You know, is the eye, this area. And it kind of trails away. And there's some rendering going on here and here. But yeah, I play with light and shadow a lot to emphasize certain parts of a character. And it's fun to do that. I'm using my H-LED here for sketching, and this is my HB for making darker tones. And I have my trusty click eraser, which is really great. So that's my drawing, my first drawing in 2025. And ta-da! Here's the one I'm working on, the spider monkey. Gonna move this stuff out of the way over here. Now this spider monkey is literally what it says, a spider monkey. And so this is my second drawing of 2025. And he's basically jumping off a tree towards the viewer, which is me, whoever's staring at this. So you notice the tree here is much thicker, and it gets thinner up. So it gives you the effect that you're looking up at this tree, and this thing's jumping at you, at the viewer. The spider monkey with eyeballs on his head. And I've sort of shaded him very lightly here, because I have not decided. Well, I already know for a fact that his body is going to be darker than the tree back here, because he's jumping down. And what happens then is, because this is darker, it'll push the tree back, and you know, like he's jumping off of it. But he's jumping down, and we see the tree trunk over here. So I have to have some darkness here also. It can't be. I mean, I could leave it light like this, but I think I have to darken some of this area here to make it look right. So we'll see how that goes. If you guys have any questions, let me know. This is my first stream of 2025. I haven't really been doing too much streaming on my art channel. But I have a couple of glasses. I have these for... when you get older, your vision gets jacked up, so... unfortunately. I'm at that point in my life where I have to use 2 glasses. One for close-up and one for further back. So... if I get close to this, it's blurry. The image gets blurry, so I have to like switch glasses here. Which sucks, which is really annoying, but... you know, you gotta do what you gotta do as you age. And I don't have a piece of paper. We usually put a piece of paper here, so I won't smudge. Actually, let me see. I'm gonna have one over here. I usually have paper lying around. And oh my gosh, there's a sketch in here. This is a sketch of a painting I made. So since it's here, this is a sketch of a painting made of a giant and a dwarf fighting each other. So this is where I think things out. This is the original sketch, did in 2023. But it's changed. It evolved. This guy pretty much stayed the same, but this dwarf changed. He was too big. He doesn't look like a giant compared to the dwarf. So I have to shrink this guy down. I shrank him like this big, and then he looked like a giant. But I need a piece of paper. So I'm going to smudge my drawing. Hopefully I have a clean piece of paper here. I got a bunch of sketches in here, just ideas. I just goof around. I'm not going to show you those, they're pretty boring looking. So here we go, clean piece of paper. Now I'm going to, yeah, I can use it like that. But like I said, I work my drawings up always with H lead, because H is a hard lead. In other words, you can draw, you know, sketch light, because this is what I use H on here. I think I use H for this too, for the mouth area. I can't remember, it's been a while. So, back to this drawing. And this is the underside of the spider here. And I have to think about the spider legs. I mean, they're pretty simple. They're just segmented legs. I mean, I could go in here and elaborate these things and like put like spiky things or whatever. Maybe I will. But I don't want to overdo it because there's already a lot of things going on. Maybe this little spike thing may be okay on this leg. But this is what I do. I test things out, and because as an artist you don't always have the whole picture. You have just an idea, and you know, if I was in Photoshop, I go, you know, put it on and just undo. But this is real art. So far I kind of like that, the little spikes on there. It just gives them more of a wicked look. So I'll keep the little spikes there for now. I can always get rid of them. I've done some artwork where, matter of fact, even this one, the bottom half was much bigger, and it just looked off balance. So I shrunk his bottom half, and the tail I had it like this, and I moved it around the tree, and finally I thought, you know, I'll just have it go like this. You gotta play with design. You know, when I do my artwork, there's a lot of design thought that goes into this, and the branches themselves had branches going this way, branches going that way, and then you step back and you look at it, and I'm like, oh, this is too much going on. So I want to keep his body, you know, kind of free of branches, but I also want to have branches in it to show that he's jumping off. So that's the thought process, and the lighting's probably coming from above. On the left, see there's a highlight there, so I have to keep that in mind. So for now, I'll just do this, just start drawing this, sketching this out. I'm not going to always come back and erase things. so I'm not worried about that. But the nice thing about starting with light colored lead is you can work it up. And I'll just color the whole thing. I color the whole thing the same color. Just shade it. Just like that. And the nice thing about having a click eraser is that I can, this is my click eraser here. You guys should get one of these if you like to draw. These are so amazing. You can, like if you're going to draw hairs, if you're going to see like some hair strands on this, I'll just show you. You just make sure you have a point. Kind of erase on purpose and get a little point going on right here. And if you want to see some hairs, just erase it like this. You know, or like where the light's hitting some of the hairs. So basically, you're drawing you do some negative drawing by erasing some of your pencil marks. But you know, as artists, we try all kinds of techniques that work for us. That's faster than actually going in there and, you know, drawing the little hairs. I just erase the hairs on. There's different ways to get around doing art. Quicker ways. And people might think, when they look at this, like, wow, I sat here and I went like this, and I left this part white, you know. But I didn't. I just kind of erased the pencil off there. So, and so this has to get darker here. So let's darken this. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. I like to help people out. The focus is going to be here. These hairs on the outside are going to be, they're going to stay light colored. And here we're going to have some mystery. We're not going to see how it's attached to the body. You could, but for now I'm just going to shade this in completely. But we're going to see, definitely have to see the legs. And this could be darker than the legs for now. But then again, I could change my mind later. You notice in shadow, it still needs to have some sort of form. Now I'm going to go fiddling around with the shape of this. Make it a little more interesting instead of just boring looking legs, right? So we go like this, like that. So this is where design comes into play. You think about the shape of things. And the light's coming from the left. Put a little ridge there. Just a little bit. Just that little highlight there. It could be enough. Not sure yet. This could also maybe come in like this. Just to give it some, again, playing with design. Just more wicked looking. Just little moments like that. I just like can make your drawing that much more interesting. Sorry, I'm eating my dinner. I'll just send a message to my friends real quick. They probably don't realize I'm on YouTube. I didn't tell them. I just set up a announcement here. And I'm going to carry the same design element of these arms to this one. Just do the reverse. There we go. We got some lighting coming from outside. Then we have this going on over here. Goes in and out. I have to move this around here. Sorry, my camera does not zoom in any more than that. Gotta keep this light. I'm going to continue with the same design here for the legs. Here I want a little highlight there to show that it's catching light. And this will probably be in complete shadow. These side of the legs. It'll probably catch some light here. So let's continue with the little design here. And then we'll go with the form here, and then we'll go like that to show that it's catching some light here. Then we got this going on here. This is closer to the camera, so we have to make it bigger. We could put some form here to show that this maybe sticks up. This sticks up from the leg. And since this is closer to us, we can just darken that. I have my brush here. I have my brush. I have a brush to brush away the eraser marks, but I don't have it with me. We'll continue here with the shell. With the shell, boy. Or the carapace of this spider monkey. And he has hair, so let's draw the hair there. I don't think he's gonna have any muscles there. Kind of weird. Some hairs here. Yo, fishing brothers. How you doing, bro? What's AD&D? It's Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Fantasy stuff. I was like, you. I'm gonna school spicy chicken sandwich. What the heck? You don't like spicy, huh? Oh, that's funny, bro. That is hilarious. Yeah, I told Pluto that I'm not doing games anymore. I'm gonna do art. 'Cause that's what I'm good at, and I suck at video games, so. Yeah, so this is a spider monkey, so it's like part spider, part monkey. Oh, since you're here, I'm gonna show you this one. This is my first drawing of this year. This one. It's a dire armadillo. But I didn't draw this on camera. I did this just on my own. My first drawing of this year is just an armadillo jumping at you, ready to tear you up. I'm not working on this guy that's jumping off a tree. How you been, man? How's your channel done? You guys doing any videos? I don't think I got a message from you guys of uploading stuff. At first I was like, Fishing Bros? Who's Fishing Bros? Then I remembered, oh my gosh, that's Bass. Bass in your face. This is Godzilla's cousin. Oh, the other one. Hey, what's up, Pluto? Oh, you're my what do you call it? You're my mod? That's hilarious. We plan on starting again on spring? I hope so, spring break, man. Hey, check out, this is the one, look. This is the one the Bass talk about. It looks like Godzilla's cousin. This one right here. The armadillo. Yeah, dude. Make some fishing videos. I'd love to watch them. That one where you're introducing yourself and your dad. That you had me laughing so hard that I just watched that video, just freaking laughing my head off. Cause you're like, we're gonna. It's like, what, fish? Oh, that video just has me rolling, bro. It's funny. I think you were younger there, though. I think that's from last year or something. Your dad's just standing there like, okay. You guys make a good comedy duo, make me laugh. Make me laugh. Hey, Pluto, did you get to Unreal yet, bro? Check it out. I'm Unreal in drawing, okay? I'm Unreal in something. I'm Unreal in drawing. I'm gonna get darker later, but for now, this is the first pass of the lighting. Everything is done in steps. This is me when I get killed in Fortnite. Oh, that's funny. 58%? Nice, bro. You're bronze in Fortnite at drawing. Bronze, it's 10, bro. You're 10. Freaking what's worse than 10? What's it? Aluminum? I don't know. Look what I'm drinking, bro. Coke. So good. Yeah, I started my stream about, I don't know, 20 minutes ago. But I'm glad you guys are here. Say hello. I had like 2 viewers earlier. They didn't say anything. Just kind of watched. And they dipped out. So the lighting, I have to fix the legs. Legs goes like that. This goes like this. Into that. I need to get my brush. I don't have my brush with me, so I can clean these cheekers out of the way. Dude, I can't start talking Fortnite talk. Cheekers. I have the lighting coming from this side, so I have to make sure the light's hitting here. Like so. Then I gotta design these legs like that. Make it a little more interesting, because what I had there was just I'll call it placeholder. It just shows where the leg is. Then go in here, emphasize things, and make it more curvy or whatever. Make it look more wicked. I never had Coke in the bottle. Dude, get out of here. You're Mexican. Of course you had Coke in the bottle. You're born with Coke in the bottle. What you talking about? This is the Mexican Coke, by the way. It's the best. It's got sugar in it. The one they make here in America has got this freaking high fructose corn crap. I don't like that. Now here, the lighting is kind of getting lost here, so I'm going to erase. I can't zoom in anymore with this camera. It kind of sucks. So, those I'd zoom in and show you what I'm doing. Get a closer look. Get an intimate view of the strokes. But you get the idea. And then this one. Goes like that. Let me erase some of this line work here. Coke in the glass bottle is the best. Yeah, I was fish out of the bottle, bro. Big time. Talk about me when I was born. My mom almost died when I was born. It's crazy. Not because I was fat. It's just that I was her first, and it was a mess. It was a disaster. And the freaking doctors in Mexico are evil. They didn't want to help her out, because if you don't have money, they throw you out. And my parents didn't have any money, so they threw her out and to the streets with my dad. And some strangers took them in. I forget what city it was. And they took care of my mom, and they took care of me, because my mom was fainting. She lost so much blood, she couldn't even get up off the bed. True story, man. Some strangers are helped us out in Mexico. Of course, I don't remember all that, but yeah, Mexico's it's a great country, but it also sucks for many reasons. It's got his bad parts. And this is going to be probably darker because it's closer to us. Yeah, I always tell my... not always, every once in a while, I should have died in Mexico. I'm pretty morbid. I should have died over there. All the crap I went through, I should be dead. But I'm here. Still alive and kicking. Doesn't look too bad. It's coming along. This whole part was like this. It's just the sketch lines. But, I work it up with a light lead. Basically, I'm going to shade them in with a light lead, and then I have a darker lead where I'll get darker in different areas, so it looks like he's really coming at you. So what you doing tonight, guys? Excuse me. Jeez, got the hiccups now. You guys playing some Fortnite? Oh, babe, sorry about yesterday. I saw your invite, but I was gonna dip out. I came to the realization that I should be doing more art. As much fun as Fortnite is and all that stuff, I should be working on my art channel here and showing people how to draw, how I do it. So there's some highlight there because the light's coming from this direction. I'll leave it like that for now. Kind of like how it's coming out. And this tree back here, I'm not gonna shade it anymore. I'm gonna do it just like that. I'm gonna shade it over here though, because it has to look like it's, you know, going away from you. I think I'll probably do it now. So I'll just shade this darker, like that. Put some lines in it. This is how fast I draw too. Yeah, I'm not even speeding up. This is just my normal drawing speed. And then here I have to rotate this thing around so I can get the right angles here. Here I have to go like this, because if I come this way, I'll rip the paper. I'll go like that. And this is rounded, so sometimes I go like this. Give it some roundness to this thing. Go the opposite direction. You gonna head on out? Alright, bro. Take care. Thanks for stopping by, though. As I go up, I have to get lighter and lighter. So this has to look like it's closer to you, and that's further out. Here, make it a little darker. Like there's a little part that goes in and out. Hey, in and out. That sounds good. Give myself a burger. Okay, so this looks closer to us, just by darkening that in. I don't have to put any more detail. That's good enough there. Now back to the monkey tail here. I want the monkey tail to look fluffy, so what I'm gonna do is darken the inside of it. Darken the inside of it like that. Like the middle part. Darken the middle. All the way around. Do a cross hatch the other way. I do a little cross hatching. It's my favorite. I don't smudge. I hate smudging because it looks muddy and it looks ugly, in my opinion. And then what I'm gonna do is just go like this. The edge of the tail here. To make it look like it's, I guess, it's fluffy. It looks like a fluffy tail. Just really soft. like that. Yeah, some hairs are straying out, and then I can still get darker here in the middle, like that. Especially right here. It's not going to catch any light here. So yeah, I mean, that's how I do it, bros. That's how I do it. This leg may catch some light. Maybe. This is mostly muscular. It's not like the tail. So I'm just going to shade the whole again like this. And this is going to be dark here. Yeah, I don't think any light would catch here because it's coming from the left. It would probably catch here on this leg. And catch some light here. So I'll go like this. Like that, and this is sort of behind this leg here. So make sure the foreshorten's properly done. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. This is usually just black. If you look at spider monkeys, they don't really have much of a definition on the legs because it's full of hair. And then to make it a little more artsy, the tail, I go like this. Draw some straight lines here and there. This is just design style, things like that. It gives it a different look. Like that, and like I said, this needs to be a little darker. And this leg definitely has to be darker than the other one. So maybe I'll go with an HB. This is my darker leg now. I want to see what happens here when I use this darker color. And even then, I'm not pressing that much harder. I don't want it to get too dark too fast. That's not bad. You guys have any questions? Let me know. Any art questions? Personal questions? How did I start drawing? How long did it take to draw? Blah blah blah, you know, typical stories. Did I use reference for this? Yeah, I looked at a monkey, a spider monkey, and I know what spider legs look like, so I have to look at don't have to look at that, but I'd have to look at the anatomy of a monkey. But this pose I made up. But we all have to no one can really draw anything they've never seen. So even people who say, well, I didn't use any photo reference. Yeah, you may not use any photo reference, but you must have seen something. So if someone can draw a cow, right? You can only draw a cow if you've seen one before. So we all use references in life to draw things that we've seen. And sometimes we'll see will use parts of things, like if you're making a creature, you use part of a crab, part of a fish, part of something else to create a new weird looking thing. But you've seen it before, so we've seen this before: monkey and a spider. I just combined them with spider monkey. But the pose, I made that pose up just from experience. I've been drawing for a very long time. And I took a lot of classes in college on life drawing. Life drawing is really awesome, by the way. If you want to learn to be a better artist, I should take some life drawing classes in college. Yeah, that means you look at naked people, but that's not what you're there for. You're there to learn to draw the body, human body. I took like how many years? In college I took like, I think 2 semesters of life drawing. Two or three, I can't remember. Then my teacher sent me to the academy in San Francisco. And I took a summer course there to do just life drawing. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't learn anything. My art teacher, my college art teacher, was amazing. She taught me everything I knew in terms of life drawing technique and stuff like that. So by the time I went to the academy in San Francisco, the teacher was just like, didn't tell me anything. They just let me draw because I was already advanced, because I had a great teacher in college. She wasn't just a teacher, she was an artist herself. So those are the best kind of teachers. Teachers that can draw, paint, and things like that. They teach the best. Because most teachers in colleges, I'll be honest with you, who can't draw or paint, they'll just teach you art history. You know, they're not going to teach you secrets and techniques that the artists know. You know, knowledge that they don't have, they can't pass it on. That's just the way it goes. I think here, make the body of the monkey is darker because it's a black monkey. So I'm going to make this darker. But yeah, life drawing, the first time I took the class, it was like a shock to me because I'm not used to seeing naked people posing and stuff. I was like, what in the heck? But then you get over the shock and you start drawing the figure. Not sure if I like that. This here, I feel like it's just, I don't know. I might have to just either darken this area or lighten this. Let me just leave that alone. Look at it tomorrow, because tomorrow I'll have fresh eyes and I'll look at this and I'll go, oh, I know what to do. But for now, I think I'll just leave it like that. Now I'm gonna sign off here. I want to thank you guys for being here. Those who showed up. I'll get you a close up of this. Let's see here. I have to lift this up so you can see it, because my camera doesn't zoom in, and so yeah, it's just a little streamer camera. I do have a better camera, but I didn't set it up, one that zooms in and stuff. But anyways, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna continue streaming this drawing till I'm done with it on my YouTube channel. So if you want to see me continue this, make sure you subscribe to my channel and click on the where that button is, alerts. Yeah. So I'll be back here hopefully, yeah, tomorrow. Still working on this drawing, and I'll be happy to answer any questions for anybody. Toodaloo. See you guys.